What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We're back after 95% of week three. Brian, how are you?
I tell you what, I'm better than the Giants' offense in the red zone. They are just dreadful. We're not going to make this a Giants stream. We neither of us have the mental strength to talk about what we witnessed last night. A couple big injuries though outside of the Giants, including Tyrone Tracy, James Conner, Najee Harris, CeeDee Lamb. Unfortunately, those were all guys that I frequently targeted and players that I have in many of my leagues. So kind of an unfortunate slate for the injury side, but we push on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to forget week three for many reasons, but we're on to the primetime Palooza tonight.
Yeah, well, let's jump into the slate right away. We have an exciting game tonight in Detroit and Baltimore, and then Thursday night, Seattle, Arizona. Not to me, not nearly as exciting, but with that comes opportunity. So let's jump in. We'll start with the quarterback position. What are your overall thoughts?
I mean, it's going to be controversial, but I have Lamar at 6 behind all these bozos here. Um, I don't know. It's simply just like a math equation that Lamar is not projecting high enough compared to the other quarterbacks that it's just not worth it. But I don't know. Part of me thinks that might be an issue with mean projection and range of outcomes, but I don't know. What do you think?
So we purposely did not discuss this slate because we wanted just to save our opinions to talk with everyone on the stream. I also have Lamar at 6. That is so funny. I have a different ordering of the top five than you do, but it's the same five players. So that I mean that we've seen this enough to know where we talk about it. These quarterbacks that go early, like especially we're talking like round one capital, they very rarely will pay off their ADP just because of the players you're picking them over. Derrick Henry, Amon Ra, JSN, Gibbs, like those are really, really hard to replace scores. So if Lamar is what you need, you're gonna need like 30 plus points from him, and more importantly, less than 20-ish points from every other quarterback on the slate. So to me, it's a very thin bet. When I looked at the rankings, I was shocked to see Lamar as the consensus 101. I think that's exploitable. I wouldn't be shy. I wouldn't be scared off by it.
My only concern is that, like, if I'm drafting Amon Ra and JSN and Kenneth Walker over Lamar, like, I might just be competing against teams that are Lamar and those guys. That's the only thing that I would worry about, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, you can't protect the integrity of the contest. You can't draft as if you're going to have a worse combo than other players. Like to me, identifying Lamar as like a bad pick relative to what this slate is a way to get more unique combinations than those that are taking Lamar at the 101. So I think it's a give and take.
Yeah, but like especially in the big contest, like you're kind of playing for the crazy combo. It's
Yeah,
hard.
but
It's
where
hard to say like, oh, don't worry about the crazy combo, but like, because like that's what you need most of the time. Not most of the time, but
I get it, but I don't know. How often have we seen like the quarterback 3 or 4 on the slate that somebody takes with their last round pick usually winds up being like a very high projected team because of the rest of their team being very balanced. And it's like I said, it's not only a bet that Lamar goes off, it's a bet that Goff, Kyler, and Sam Darnold do not go off, and that their score, the difference in their score to Lamar, what he gets is not replaceable. And the skill position guys that you get in that first round also are replaceable with other players later in the draft.
yeah, yeah. So I did 25 drafts so far in this, and I have one Lamar team, and that team is the worst projecting team that I have. So
That's not surprising. Where'd you get? Did you take Lamar at the one spot when you took him there, or just
two.
okay? Wow, big fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about quarterback Lamar. What about Goff? Goff being like a tier above Kyler and Darnold. Seems like just that game environment is pushing Goff up a bit. What are your thoughts on like I know we always say like wait on like take the last one if you don't get the first one. Is that your thoughts here as well, or would you push up Goff relative to the other two?
So at quarterback, I'm trying not to get stuck with Darnold. I think Goff and Kyler are close enough that it doesn't really matter. I prefer them to Darnold, but just the way that I'm drafting them, I think Darnold's going to be my most owned, but it's going to be close between the bottom three.
Yeah,
I don't have
if I
Goff
was to
like way ahead of Kyler.
I think Darnold actually Darnold and Kyler could be, to me it's like Lamar tier 1, Goff tier 2, and then Kyler and Darnold are sort of interchangeable to me and how I view them. So yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, running back. What do you got?
I have Derrick Henry as the clear 101. He projects better than Gibbs. And then I'm just assuming Charbonnet is going to be out again because he didn't practice last week. So I have Kenneth Walker pushed up pretty high. Those
Yeah,
are
I agree.
What do you think about the top three?
I have Henry and then Gibbs and then Ken Walker and then Benson. Those are my 4 running backs in order, which is also or close-ish to what the ADP suggests. I think Benson at 11, just relative to other players on the slate, is undervalued a bit. I don't like Benson, the prospect. Like, I didn't like him much coming into the season last year. Didn't like him this year. Rest in peace to James Conner. Hopefully he recovers. But he's a starting running back on a slate where there's only 4 true quote unquote workhorses. And then you have Montgomery. Like, Montgomery is the line in the sand of like the last one, like the lowest common denominator of players that you would want, that I would want at least.
We're calling this a workhorse?
Yeah, I mean a guy that gets 20 touches in a game, I would say so.
No thanks.
You're out on Gibbs.
I mean, I'm not going to have any of them. I have him ranked 5.
Who, if this game goes how people think, where it's just going to be nonstop points and 65 plus points scored, it's not going to be a Montgomery game. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Well, then
I don't know. I have Gibbs and Henry. Although I have Henry higher than Gibbs, I have them closer in my projections than I think you do.
Yeah. I'm also taking Charbonnet too at the end, just because I think the DeMercado swap is going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. Plus the chance he play. I'm not taking him with Kenneth Walker, but if I don't have Kenneth Walker, I'm targeting Charbonnet.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. DeMercado was the one player that's not getting drafted at 100% clip in this that I have, is like, if you need a running back that, if you go 0 RB and you just need a last one, take Sharbs, swap to DeMercado if he doesn't play. Or if you just want a guy, like, I mean, we'll see. I'm looking at the rankings before. Like, some of these wide receivers in the last round are pretty nasty too. I might take DeMercado over them just at the hopes he breaks one off.
Yeah, I probably would do that as well.
All right, receivers. This is always the most fun part to me because there's some big names up at the top here.
Yeah, I have JSN and Amon-Ra basically equal. Amon-Ra is just ahead for semantics. Doesn't really matter. They're even to me. And then Zay Flowers is in his own tier. And then I kind of have JMO and Marv. And then Cup plus everyone else to like Torrey Horton. They're pretty similar.
Yeah, I have Amon-Ra also higher than JSN by about a half a point in my stuff. Simply because I think the game environment with Detroit-Baltimore has a higher shootout potential than what Seattle and Arizona offers. So I would just want to take the chance where there's more points scored than less in a given game if breaking the tie that way. I would also be, depending on like what spot you're drafting in, I would be very cognizant of, like, if you have the 4th pick, I would not want to do JSN and Amon-Ra paired together, because how often is that pair going to be frequented? I'm assuming these guys were at similar ADPs from when the contest opened, either yesterday or today to now. So, like, if you don't want to, although I know they project better than all the other tier of receivers, I still am cognizant of that being a very frequent pairing.
Sorry, I just got a notification that Khalil Herbert is going to sign with Seattle. I wanted to see if he was in the player pool. Yeah, I agree there.
Some late round targets that I think could be interesting here. Michael Wilson plays like 80% of the snaps. Not really target dominant, but he's on the field. And honestly, in the PTPs, being on the field is like half the battle with these guys. And a guy that Anthony and I have liked, I think you're kind of coming onto it too, is Isaac Tesla. They talked about an expanded role this week. He's made some nice catches, highlight grab catches the last few weeks and in the preseason. I don't expect a big role for him this week, but with what he offers on those big plays, like if one of them turns into a touchdown, could be like a 2 for 50 and a touchdown guy you would need. That's relatively cheap.
Yep. All right, this is filling quick, so I'm going to hop in. We can talk about tight end. It's like 90%.
Okay, tight end, we discussed. End of story.
Tight end, it's you just don't want to get stuck with one of the last one.
Yeah.
you want to get McBride or Laporta or Mark Andrews. Obviously, like this is honestly the one slate that I'm not ahead on elite tight end, which is kind of surprising.
Well, that's because there's three options that project relatively similarly, I'd imagine, and I don't think, famous last words. I don't think McBride is going to be by far and away like if he gets 12. I don't think that's gonna separate from the field, which is probably what he'll wind up finishing with.
Yeah, I have McBride at 12.5, Laporta at 9 point something, and Mark Andrews at 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like 4, 4, 3, 3.
Right.
What's up? What's up, Charles? How we doing?
Charles, congrats on the Dawg Bowl seat.
Hell yeah.
How much of our advice last week did you use to bink that seat? I need to know.
0%.
No. I looked at his team. There were a lot of players that we were shouting out.
Who?
I don't know. I'll pull up the team. But I looked at it I looked at it yesterday, and I was like, oh wow. Because I always like to just kind of see how people are doing.
So Lamar goes 101. Do you want to take Henry?
Yeah, let's take Henry. Yeah, he had Caleb Williams and a Dunze. We talked about Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Mason. I said I had JT over Barkley. Pearsall I was not on, and Juwan Johnson you were more on than I was. It's a good team.
It's crazy that the 6-man team outscored that by like 50 points. Not like 50, but like 40. I think it was 40 points.
Yeah, it was a lot. Is this a double up on Walker, or do you want Zay? Well, the other guy, he's going to take Zay because he's going to want to stack him with Lamar. Honestly, he'll probably take Walker and Zay. So there's no chance Zay comes back to us, I don't think.
No.
Unless you want to take Walker. I'm fine with both. I think they're both similar.
Oh, he has regrets after winning $10,000. Do you believe that? Only regret was not having a wide receiver that scored both of mine, Mr. Garrett Wilson.
Hey, I told you Garrett Wilson was going to be what you needed this week. The only time I've ever shouted him out. I'm 1 for 1 on the success rate here.
Laporta or Marv?
I guess Laporta.
Yeah, that was the answer, by the way. That was correct.
I know. That was just an ode to how bad. Did you see that drop that he had yesterday? I'm sure you have.
Marv?
Yeah.
No, I saw like 6 Brian Thomas drops though.
It was the most egregious drop you'll ever see. He was in space by about 10 yards, no one around him. Kyler throws a lollipop to him. He decides to jump for absolutely no reason, and then he just drops the ball with butterfingers. It was crazy.
That's what they get for not drafting Neighbors.
Yeah, they're going to rue that day. I guess I'd go Bateman.
We can get Goff next because this guy's a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I knew this guy had Lamar, so to me, like this is a time where like taking Goff is okay.
Yeah. Also, something else to consider about the elite quarterback thing, right? Like when you take Lamar, like you're significantly less likely to be duped than if you just take like the last round quarterback because you're not scrolling at all.
It's true. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Drafted my team super early. That's why I got JT and Mason. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, that makes sense. That's all you needed. JT and Mason.
That's it.
Need a receiver.
Torrey Horton had a big game. Plays on special teams. Michael Wilson.
I'm probably Torrey Horton.
I guess Horton. I don't know. I'm still like not. Michael Wilson's going to run more routes, but that does not mean he's going to score more points.
It definitely does not mean that. All right, let's hop it into there. Yeah, this thing is filling quick. Let me see if they have any other side contests for this.
Yeah, and while we're looking, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that supported us, especially last video. We had a ton of views, a lot of active comments, gained a ton of subscribers. So thank you all, those both new and old. We appreciate all your support.
So where would you take Lamar in this realistically? Like I have him ranked at 6. Like, would you actually not take him until 6?
I'd probably take him 5. Like Henry, Amon-Ra, JSN, and Gibbs would be guys who I would want to take over him.
But like I said, the only problem is that like I'm just afraid that a team with like Lamar and JSN or Lamar and Amon-Ra are just gonna fucking nuke me into the ceiling.
Yeah, but I guess you have to like. What are the odds are the odds that Lamar falls, or that I guess JSN
No.
or Amon-Ra would with because their ADP's lower?
Yeah, Lamar's not falling past 3, and unless I'm in the lobby.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would take Lamar at 3 because then you can guarantee you get one of the other 4 guys that I would want to take over him.
Yeah, that's kind of where I like. If Lamar falls to 3, then I'd probably just take it and see what happens. Just like even still, that's going to be like 5%. Even if I think taking Lamar is overall bad, having 5% at 3 is not going to kill me.
5% at 3 might be better than somebody's 25% at 1.
Yeah, it might be. So what do you want to do here? Do you want to just do Gibbs? Do you want to do wide receiver?
I don't know. Do you think the teardrop from Amon-Ra to Zay is bigger?
Yes.
Than okay, so let's do Amon-Ra and then
we just take like to me it's just whatever one of these 3 guys falls.
Well, Gibbs is certainly not going to fall to this back to us.
You never know if people are looking at projections. I don't know. I looked at projections for the main slate last week and I got fucking smoked. So, so who the hell knows? Also,
Start with Amon-Ra.
Something that I had to consider. I had to make everyone aware. Lamar is projected for 21 points, right? This game is the total is 53.5. How does that make sense? Explain that to me. That's not right.
What's Henry projected for?
I think 16.9.
Huh. What's Goff projected for? Like 18?
17.2.
I don't know. I wonder how the math works out to that. Maybe they're not. I mean, clearly in their projections, they're not only factoring in the over under. So like maybe they think it's maybe they would bet the under based on these projections.
Yeah, and that's what I always say too. ETR is not trying to match Vegas; they're trying to beat Vegas. So they don't like. I'm sure they regress the market out a little bit, but Laporta probably.
I think this is a Laporta pick.
But yeah, I'm sure they regress to the market at least somewhat because they'd be stupid not to. But I'm guessing they think it's going to be either lower scoring or more through Henry.
Yeah.
Or they're just saying that Lamar gets their passing, which wouldn't be a nuke.
Right. Exactly. Oh, Marv keeps falling.
No one wants Marv.
I'm telling you, if you see the drop, you wouldn't want to take him either. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but
it's just so hard to not.
I think we just have to. Like this is one of those like erase what you've seen, erase your priors, and just take the guy that's projected for like 3 more points than anyone else on the board.
I don't know if he's going to project that much better though. Like he's been trending down like between half a point and a point each week so far this season. I have him at 9. And
yeah, but what do you have Bateman at for?
8.9, and that's a real projection for him.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah,
Bateman's been awful this year. That's amazing.
I think Kyler is the move here.
Kyler with Marv, yeah, I think so too. This guy's going to go tight end and quarterback, so we get our pick at what skill position player we want. So Kyler was definitely the right choice there. What about? Is there a specific player jumping out to you here?
No, I think anyone down to Tesla are fine. I wouldn't do Charbonnet or Helani with Kenneth Walker, but
DeMercado is a fun player. But does he project much worse than Horton?
I don't think it'll be that much different. I think it'll probably be about the same. And Justice Hill is going to project better than all of them, though, to be honest.
You think so? If you like Hill, I'm fine with that.
I mean, I don't like Hill. How do you like Hill?
I mean, he's objectively a good player. He just hasn't. His role is just very defined, so it makes it pretty tough for him to matter.
I just want to see the fill rate, 94%. So we'll probably do like once it fills. I think we'll probably do a DeBomb and then maybe a Dog Bowl and see what happens.
Yeah, I have my notes for everything ready and up.
Oh, I do not.
That's okay. You got me. How about seriously though? Like my Garrett Wilson take last week. Like I've never said this guy you should draft. The one time I do, he was like a top 3 receiver. Like that's pretty fun.
I think I had a good amount of him. Not like it mattered, but
yeah, it never does.
You know what? You know what killed me? I had 44%. Oh no, I didn't have. I had 1% Garrett Wilson. I had 47% Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, that does hurt. What do you get? Like 9 points? That was just a dud from them.
Yeah,
That Cleveland D line is pretty nasty.
16 carries for 30 yards.
Yeah, that's the Josh Jacobs we know and love.
I did you see the winning BR lineup, or did you don't look at
No,
it?
I did not.
It was pretty sick.
In
He
in
had
what sense?
he had Jalen Hurts with 5% drafted Hunter Henry,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
the best part is Goddard. Let's see how drafted Goddard was.
probably like 80.
No, because he was hurt. He was questionable. 12% Goddard. Like, there's no justice. Like, I had so much Hurts and Goddard.
Oh, that sucks.
Just
Yeah,
no
Henry.
justice in this game.
People have to stop. I know the stigma, or not maybe not stigma, but isn't the right word. But people associate the Steelers with having a good defense. Not this year. This year they are not. I mean, if we don't take Gibbs at 3, we're never going to take him at all.
I think I'm fine with that.
Okay. Then we
Let's do
took Amon
JSN.
Ra twice,
Let's
so
do
let's take
JSN.
JSN.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I had two Hunter Henry teams, but they were both bad. I had Brian Thomas on one and Josh Jacobs on that one too.
What are the odds that you think Benson falls and we can take Zay? Or would you just take Walker every time over Zay?
I'm okay with Zay.
Let's take Zay.
We can also get David Montgomery too. Which
Montgomery is like that forgotten guy that could just score 2 touchdowns on the goal line.
if we're full fading Gibbs, then Montgomery's not the worst pick in the world either.
Yeah. Does Gibbs project for a lot less than Henry? And are these actual projections or just your stuff?
Tonight is ETR, like the Seattle Baltimore game.
Sounds like the under is what ETR would suggest. Again, I have no idea, but just based on those projections for the Ravens, sounds like it.
Gibbs for 15 and Montgomery for 10.3.
Yeah, 40 yards and a touchdown. Sounds about right. So started with JSN and Zay. Sometimes on these slates, double tight end. Oh, I think this is just a smash Benson, right?
Yes. Oh, also I shouldn't. I was looking at my Hunter Henry teams. I shouldn't have looked at this one.
Why? Were you close?
No, I had 0 from CD Lamb.
Oh, wow! 3 wide receiver build. That is rare for you.
Yeah, I think it was because I got sniped on someone, so I panicked, and I was like, whatever.
I mean, is this not just a Laporta? Unless you want to take Montgomery because he is a tier break.
It's Laporta. You don't want to get blocked at tight end. Those are not good teams.
Is Laporta, like, I know he was hurt last week. I guess I mean, I haven't heard anything on the injury report, but I thought he got banged up last week.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. I thought he hurt his leg.
I think that was week 1.
Oh,
he
shit.
came back in the game.
Okay, sure. So quarterback here. Do we like Kyler and Michael Wilson?
Kyler goes.
Darnold. Okay, Darnold JSN, I guess, like, I mean, it tracks. Is this like a Darnold and Charbonnet? Like, just take Sharb for the stack and then the swap?
I'm fine with that.
Because this next guy is not going to take... I mean, Darnold's the last one, so we take Charbonnet and then Darnold's our last pick.
Yeah, and then at that point, we can also swap to a wide receiver on this team too. Like if Horton or Michael Wilson projects better than DeMercado or Halani. You know what I
mean? I'm fine with that. I think for this, it's like maximum flexibility is what I'm learning with, like, especially with these Q tag guys.
Yeah, especially because a lot of these are weird situations and we don't really know how it's going to project.
I know. I mean, if Charbonnet plays, he's going to project way higher than going in the last round in these things.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking him. But I mean, I think he's probably like 15% to play.
Yeah, I would have said 10. So we have the force. I wonder, what do you think the best spot to draft in is? I would guess like maybe 2 or 3.
I like 2 because you get Henry.
You get Henry, and then you can get like that. You can catch the end of that second tier with like Lamar or with Zay, JMO, double up on Trey Benson if you wanted to, and then go receiver after that.
Yeah,
I think 2 is probably right.
Yeah, I think so. I think that sounds about right to me.
Got the 4 spot. It's just funny, like seeing Lamar, like the consensus. I appreciate though. Like we don't really, you and I are free thinkers. You'll get honest opinions on what we think, and we're not afraid to sort of draft off of that. For good or bad. Like if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, don't listen to us for the week.
Yeah, I don't remember if I was telling you this, but I like if I bump up Lamar 3 points, that's how much I need to get him to number 2 behind Henry. If I bump him up 4 points, that's how much I need to get him to number 1. So like
it's pretty significant.
It's not nothing. That's basically saying like he needs to score 27 points. If he scores 27 points, I'm fucked. If he scores less, I'm alive, even if it's thin.
I don't know, because if you assume like, okay, Lamar scores 27, like that, I mean, at some point you would have to also increase Goff's projection sort of by default. No, I would
slightly. What do we want to do here?
I don't know. I just said like
avoid that combo. I'm fine.
I mean, I'm sure it's been done many times before. At the same time, like, is it right? If it could be, I don't know.
I think let's do something else. Let's avoid that. Pick who do you want? I'm on Raw or JSN.
I'm gonna go with who do you have more of? I would just go with try to balance it out.
Probably I'm on Raw because I have him ranked higher.
Let's go JSN. And then is this a Ken Walker pick for you?
I'm also open at McBride. No.
I mean, I don't know. So far, like these elite tight ends that everyone was like trying to steam up, like have done nothing to justify their ADP. So, like, if you have Laporta as an option a round and a half later, like why not just take that and hope that McBride scored his quota of touchdowns this year. He scored one yesterday. He's not scoring one for another few weeks.
Yeah, I'm surprised Awen took Gibbs it too. He's also a free thinker, so that makes sense actually.
Yeah, you know what it is? Like I'm starting to learn. It's not that like yes, you have to build good lineups, but also like everyone scrambles for ETR and like, oh, what's their projections? Blah blah blah. Like, how about if you just like use their projections to exploit things that you think are wrong? You're going to get unique a lot of times because you're the one drafting off of ranks that no one else is using. Your ranks don't even have to be right. They just have to be right 1 week, and you build unique teams that still correlate and project well. That's probably the way to do it.
Yeah, that's what Easy always says. He always says he's never going to tell ETR what they're projecting wrong because he's trying to exploit what they're projecting wrong. Strange hearing a lot of JSN from the Gumby squad. I remember when the fellas were dunking on that pick in the Eliminator.
Yes, that was me dunking on him. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I still the whole reason for not liking JSN to me, not necessarily in the Eliminator, but just in BBM is like, how much do I trust Sam Darnold and the Seahawks to lead an efficient offense? And I guess I should have given more credence to that. So that is on me. I'll wear it. Anthony, to be fair, and Gumby both like JSN way more than I did.
Yeah, the problem is you're just louder than us. So like if like whatever your take is, people think that we all have the same take.
Well, the difference is like I actually look at the players, not just in the cells. I guess Montgomery and I mean, do you want to do Bateman?
I think we just need the tight end.
Oh, okay. I forgot we didn't take. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But do we need Mark Andrews? I mean, this guy has had 2 catches in the last 2 games, and he looks BAD.
I think I saw that JSN has like a 40% target share.
Yeah. He. I don't think that's the highest. Funny enough.
Who's the highest?
I just saw this. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. I think it might have been Puka.
Anthony was ripping on it too. That's possible. Kolar, generational game on the way. Well, I will be fucking poor if that's the case.
Charlie Kolar. That would be something, huh?
Pretty much faded Barkley. Yeah, I mean,
that was just
a winning strategy.
Objectively, a good choice so far. Like through 3 weeks, what's like one take that you wish you like what's one take or pick that you wish you could have back? More or less of a player.
Darius Slayton.
You can't. That's so stupid. It's the last round pick. Like it doesn't mean anything anyway. Unless you were gonna take Trey Tucker, which I begged you for multiple times. Who else? Give me someone like round 10 or earlier.
Let me look at my exposures. The problem is I like. You think I'm joking? I don't fucking look at my teams. Like they just exist now in space.
You're a clown.
I would say probably
more Travion.
No, I have too much.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Colston Loveland, that was the worst. The art, like, what was I thinking? So just taking Tyler Warren every time.
Yep, yep. Um,
We have receiver and Darnold.
do we want to do double Darnold or like with Horton, or is that too much?
I mean,
Ken
like,
Walker,
it's
JSN,
I
and Horton.
so I'm just afraid that combo of Darnold and Horton is going to be
Yeah, I
really really
agree.
owned.
Let's do. I mean, if you want to just say fuck it and take a player nobody takes, like taking Tesla with this specific team, I think is probably pretty rare. Who's going to take Montgomery and Tesla with Darnold, Ken Walker, and JSN?
Sure, his snaps are trending up, so I'll
Yeah,
buy
and
it.
positive coach speak going into this week. I wouldn't be surprised if he played like 40% of the snaps.
Everything's full. That is unfortunate.
Sad, but we did some good drafts.
What do you want to do? Like a dog bowl? See if we can fill it.
Sure.
Oh my god, it's 5% full already.
Let me look. Let me pull up my notes.
We need 8. We'll hop in a regular while that fills. Hop in a regular BR. See what we can get.
Okay.
Raymond is sneaky. Khalif Raymond. I don't know. I'd rather buy the guy trending up versus Raymond trending down.
See, I think Raymond is going to be the exact like the opposite of whatever the word beneficiary is to Tesla. Like I think more snaps for Tesla equals less snaps for
Yeah.
Raymond. And like again, Dan Campbell said literally like at the like after the press conference last week, like they want to give him more touches and more snaps. So I personally would not make that bet. I mean, I guess you could get like I think Raymond is a fine player, but I think they like Tesla more.
Yeah. Rohan said nailed my wide receiver bags on Puka, JSN, Rome, Igbuka. Wish I had more Tyler. Yeah, wish I had more Tyler Warren too.
Yeah, I was pretty out on Rome. I'm glad I took him in every rookies and sophomores draft that I did because that obviously turned out to be good. One of the edges I think in the rookies and sophomore contest is the benefit of stacking. Like there were only like 2 quarterbacks that you could draft that were stackable. Caleb with Burden and Rome and Loveland, and then I forget who the other one was. It was so long ago. Like Daniels and JCM, but even then when the contest dropped, nobody cared about JCM at the time. So I think there was ways to play that contest that better than how people did.
Yeah. Yeah. We could also do I forgot, we could also do a showdown lineup too for tonight while we're waiting for the dog bowl to fill after this.
Sure.
Ward, Iominor. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I wish I had more of that yet.
So Iominor is a fun player. That's a guy that I liked a lot
Is
pre-draft.
he a rookie?
Yes.
Where is he from?
I believe he's from Stanford.
We need Anthony for that one.
Let's see. I'd be impressed if I knew that. Okay, it says college. It says let's see. Stanford. Go me.
Wow.
I don't even watch college. Let's go.
Is this bad? I didn't draft Iominor once.
I mean, some of the touchdowns he's caught are like really crazy, like not sustainable. And I mean, unless Cam Ward just continues to throw across his body down the field.
All right, let's make this pick.
I would probably go Puka here.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Puka, I was looking at the slate, like it's Puka, and then he's got to be he has to move up after like against Indy. I actually think like Daniel Jones is not a top like 10 quarterback by ADP. Daniel Jones against the Rams, like that game has potential shootout written all over it to me.
You know what I see, right? I see the vision. I see elite quarterback with double Ram stack. I just had the vision.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the one.
Who's the elite quarterback? You're talking about like Allen or Lamar?
Yeah.
It's
I
trippy
mean-
drafting Lamar not playing tonight. I mean Barkley probably represents the end of a tier, but if you want to go Lamar, Puka, that's fun too.
Yeah, let's do Barkley. I do think that if you're drafting these now, as it is every single week, if you want to get weird combos that aren't available, just always click the highest projected tight end. It's like they always rise to the end of the first round, just the way it goes.
Although we didn't see that much last week from what I was tracking the ADP.
No, it did.
Did it?
And yeah, it might not have moved by ADP, but McBride was going at like 6, 7, 8. I was taking McBride at 6, 7, 8.
I mean, to me, like I would go I'd probably go. I mean, do you want Warren?
I think it's Warren.
Do you want to do that game stack? A lot of people are going to do this.
Yeah. The problem is like there's 1,000 drafts have been done on this, so like I don't know what people are doing yet. Like there's no reason to think about that yet. Is my point.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I think if Hampton comes back to us, I think we should definitely take him against the Giants without Najee. I mean, this guy, he already had an elite workload pre-Najee. They involved him a lot in the passing game yesterday. So Hampton is not one of my favorite clicks, like pre-Najee injury, but now with the usage going against a JV team, I'll take him every time.
Hear me out.
Nope.
Okay, overruled.
I'd rather take the offense that can actually move the ball.
Fair. Chose Bowers over Henry on a maybe our team like a moron. Difference between $30 and $5K. Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Here's the thing, Rohan. Bowers is just hurt right now. Like we all saw it 2 weeks ago. People just for some reason ignored it. People that projected him discounted it. He's hurt. Just I would stay away from him for now. If you miss a slate because he has like a 30-point week, like, all right, take him next time. But I would not. You spend so much draft capital on this guy when you know he's hurt, and their O-line is awful. It's the Raiders. Just remember, it's the Raiders.
Are you going to make me take Hampton?
Is there somebody else you want?
Not particularly.
Okay, so then I would not frame it as make you take Hampton then.
I mean, did I have a choice?
You did, yeah. You're the one control. You're the puppet master.
Yeah, that's true. I do have control.
Since when do I have a choice? Is really the question I should be asking you.
Their quarterback is awful. That is fair. Geno Smith has not looked good.
I mean, it's going to be one of those things like 2 years ago when we started the stream, like 2023-24 season, when we first saw the ADP. Anthony and I looked at each other and were like, Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are going in the first round, both of them, just like Raiders with Jency and Bowers. Caleb against the Raiders is fun, but we wouldn't be able to stack him really.
That's not the worst thing in the world. I don't hate just like the.
I was gonna say Daniels also is appealing.
Yeah, let's
if he plays. I'm trying to think.
It's so interesting too because if Daniels is in, it changes the whole like where you want to draft the other elite quarterbacks too.
Absolutely.
Like because if Daniels is in, I would assume that the other ones are probably going way too high.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean because they're just.
Yeah.
Nick and Caleb super viable. Yeah, it's true. I guess it's like I don't know. Like I'm okay switching from Daniels to Daniel Jones because he won't get drafted in this either, and I'm sure he'll project way higher than where he's currently going. As much as that pains me to say.
Yeah, and plus, like early in the week before projections, like just taking the Q tag is usually always good to get the higher projected swap. Because like I don't trust myself to choose the best projected player on Monday. Personally.
Right. Let's see. Pearsall against Jacksonville is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Brian Thomas against San Francisco. Are you done on Thomas? He'll project higher.
He's going to project high, and I'm going to.
He looks bad.
Trey Tucker has an ADP.
Trey Tucker, that's really funny.
I don't hate Worthy either.
I think Pearsall will project higher, especially if Juwan misses. No?
Yeah,
okay,
but Juwan's probably going to play.
Oh, you think so? I hope he does. He didn't practice. Did he practice at all this week? Last week? I don't think he did.
He was limited by the end of the week.
All right. Well, we took Worthy. I mean, but this is what you want to do in these like Monday contests. Like you take the guys that if they are going to play will rise like multiple rounds so that the team you just drafted is not possible.
If I might ask, who would you guys captain today on DK? Well, it depends if
you
want to win. It depends if you want to win or if you want to be unique.
Yes. Stay tuned, Don. We will be doing a showdown lineup shortly.
Yeah, after this.
We got you.
It's filling too quick.
All right. Dog Bowl, pulling up my notes.
Pull up the notes.
Quarterbacks that I like that I think are mispriced. Caleb against the Raiders. Drake May against Carolina.
Wait. When did you become a Caleb guy? This is interesting.
He's one of those guys that's not good at football, but he scores a lot of points, so I'm a fan. And I love Burden. And like Adunze's been doing great. I think Adunze's sort of elevating Caleb a bit, so I'm not afraid to change my opinion when I see things that tell me I'm wrong.
I am. That's why I faded Barkley this year.
Well, Barkley was objectively a good fade, no matter what he does or what people say. He
I
was a
mean,
good fade last year.
I think this is probably the way to play it. To be honest, like just like a 53 point. No, don't laugh. Like
I
who's
know
gonna
it's
play
just
this
funny.
game like with two kickers and two defenses?
Yeah. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. Definitely not an elite quarterback to me.
I mean, neighbors Dart.
Neighbors Dart.
I'm backing the Giants because Dart might play.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, Dable wouldn't say that Russ was going to be the starter.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we're like there was no you. That was like the two roads
I know.
that both lead to the same spot. Like we were always taking neighbors there.
I know. So much for me having a choice. I do think there are some running backs that are interesting though, like Kyron Williams
oh my God,
at 80.
look at Scadaboo's ADP, 26.5.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. That is not right.
Here's an ADP where I can tell you will rise. Quinshawn Judkins, ADP 36. He had 18 touches last week. He looked damn good. My running back 2 pre-draft. This guy will rise. And you're looking at Pollard's game log.
Oh, this is a take. Obvious take. Caleb Williams is just good at football, and people won't accept it. Like I've had this take for a long time, but like I was watching the game. I was actually watching the football game, right? And
Wow.
he was overthrowing receivers that I've never seen him overthrow in college. Like it's like a new problem. Like he never had that problem. Like he would throw like off platform and shit, and it would be like inaccurate. But like from the pocket, like I don't know, it seemed weird.
I don't know.
Like open receiver, it wasn't like he was trying to like fit it in a tight window, like throw it high. Like it was just sailing receivers.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he has a very yeah. I like that. Like I'm just separating like the player from the fact that he scores fantasy points.
I mean, probably Bowers.
No,
not Bowers.
No, not Bowers. I'd go with Dunze over Bowers. You like Amon-Ra against Cleveland? They just shut down the Packers. They have a damn good D line. It's home.
Do you feel strongly about Rome
against the Raiders? Yeah,
man.
Dude, the Raiders just gave up 41 points to Mariota.
It's just like there's just no way that he's going to project higher than Amon-Ra and Devontae Adams. I just don't see it.
Here's the thing, and I was actually having a discussion with myself about this a little before the stream. Do we want to build the team that projects the most, or do we want to build the team that actually scores the most? Because we're talking two different things. Like, okay, great. You want to look good on paper. You want to have a projected ROI finish. Like, whoop-de-freaking do. Do you want to have the team that actually scores points that wins money? I'd rather do that.
Yes, obviously, I'd rather have the team that scores more points than projects higher. But the point is that the teams that project higher tend to finish higher.
I think here's the thing. I think there are certain players, and like I've seen this last year too, where ETR specifically, since they're in charge of the market, just everyone just anointed them as king. I think there are times where they're slow to move and react to changing circumstances.
100%, I agree.
And I think Adunze is going to be one of those guys. I mean, he's been great this year so far. I don't even like Adunze, but like he's objectively been playing really well. They have a great matchup against the Raiders. I like if Genty falls somehow, like I would be fine taking him, even though he scares the shit out of me with that awful O-line, and the fact that he's on the field for 50% of the snaps is not good. But at some point, talent wins out.
Yeah, I saw a stat that Genty is like getting hit at like an average of 0.5 yards or something. Like that is just unsustainable.
He has 147 yards after contact, and he has a total of 145 rushing yards on the season.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. That's like, I mean, I don't think people comprehend how crazy that is. He would on average lose yardage every carry. It's crazy. But again, this is sort of what we knew. James Scadaboo in the second round. Lord help us all.
I see, like I just don't know. Like that might just be right.
That's never right.
I mean, how many carries are you going to project Singletary for? There's no way you give him more than like 6.
Yeah, I'd say 5 or 6. Who are the Giants even playing? They're playing the Chargers. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, draft Scadaboo in the second. I don't care. It's not my money. Like here,
Speaking of quick to adjust on your priors, not on that one.
Here, no, I won't adjust on that one yet. Here's see now this is the difference
Kyron
between
Williams, right next to Scotty, by the way. That is
yeah,
a
I know
pocket of the draft I don't want to be in.
yeah, exactly. Here's the difference. James Cook, running back 2 on the slate, overreaction. Great player, will never project as a top 5 running back because you would have to project efficiency because he's only going to get 15 carries. That is a player that I would not take third because he will definitely fall. Adunze has had like a 35% target share the last 3 weeks in games where their defense is awful and they're in shootouts left and right. Like that's a player I want to be ahead of, not Cook at 3 overall.
I was gonna say you could just make the argument with Cook too for like maybe he's just like gonna be giga efficient because their offense is so good and like Josh Allen takes so much attention that like it's the same thing as Saquon last year. You'll never be able to project him that high and he's just always gonna score that many points.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But that's the thing. It's like ETR will say, this is how many carries I expect. This is the yards per target, or this is the what do you call it? Average yards per attempt I expect. I give him this much touchdown equity, and he will project for 15.6 points in week 3, 15.6 points in week 4, etc. Like Cook in the dog bowl at 3. Like if James Cook ever projects as a top 4 running back on a main slate, I will retire from doing the stream. It will never happen because
they're playing.
Does it matter?
New Orleans. The Saints are so bad. They're gonna. That might not be that wrong. They're gonna run the ball so many times.
Here's the thing. The matchups, I guess they don't matter because Puka only lowered his ETR lowered his projection by like 1.5 percentage points going against the Eagles, which I guess was right.
Well, no, that's it. It doesn't. The matchup matters less than like the projected game script.
Yeah, that's fair.
We need a running back. I think Pollard, or unless you want to step.
Well, no, Caleb, we can wait because they both have quarterbacks.
Okay.
Let me see the running backs.
Unless you have a strong take.
Pollard's going to project the most, but there's a nasty D line they're going against. Do we go Swift with Caleb?
Nah.
You're not a Swift guy, I know.
No, he sucks. Like he was horrible.
I know.
In that game. He just runs into people's asses.
I know.
So, this might be a 3 wide receiver slate.
I was thinking that.
Are we really gonna click JCM and fucking Baishal Tutin over like Mike Evans and Chris Olave? Like I just don't think I'm doing that.
Chris Olave was a guy that I thought could do well last week.
Yeah.
He's getting 15 targets a game. Like eventually he'll score a touchdown, right?
See, that's what they want you to think. That's what big projection wants you to think.
He dropped a touchdown in the end zone yesterday.
I took Caleb there, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. So for those listening, we started with Neighbors, Adunze, Tony Pollard, and Caleb Williams from the 10 spot in this dog bowl draft. So we have to think about. So what's interesting to me, through basically 3.5 rounds, 3 tight ends only have been off the board. That is, I don't know if we've seen that. Like usually there's at least a couple more pushed up, but I guess McBride's not on the main slate, so maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, Bowers is just going too late.
You think so? I don't think you're putting enough emphasis on the fact that he's literally limping while he's running routes. He's not at 100%.
Unfortunately for me, I didn't watch the Raiders play last game.
No, that was fortunately. Some tight ends that I think could not only project well but score well. Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, Dalton Kincaid, Brenton Strange. Favorable matchups to me for 3 out of the 4. Strange, I think, he's just involved in the passing game. Like he had 7 targets yesterday. I think he could probably project well. And I think Kincaid, another guy that I'm not a big fan of watching, but he's out there for 50% of the snaps. It's efficient offense against the Saints. I could see him scoring another touchdown this week.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost likes the team. I can smell the Kansas City barbecue with this roster. That's what I like to hear. I'm pretty sure Charles Go AZ Cards said that he drafted his team early, right? So
he did.
That's got to be the way.
Oh, especially when you have a guy like Jordan Mason, who when the contest started was like ADP 60. I mean, obviously it was probably ADP 60 for like 2 drafts and until it readjusted, but still, like you could probably get him in like the 3rd round, middle of the 2nd round for probably 50% of the drafts, and that was an obvious one that was going to rise.
Is Drake May ever going to go ahead of round 4, or like is he just perennially stuck there? Every
I
week
mean,
he projects well. No one ever wants to push him up.
it's a good matchup against Carolina. I could see him. I mean, the hard thing with Drake May is that you're either going to have him naked or stacked with Hunter Henry. Like nobody wants to take Booty, nobody wants to take Diggs, nobody wants to Mario Douglas.
That gives you a great opening to stacking there.
It's a great opening to stack there.
Yeah,
but nobody ever gets there.
They should. They should. I'm not saying they should. They should way more than it happens.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the data would say so far through 3 weeks, specifically on Drake May, like what percentage he was getting stacked through 3 weeks, and who exactly of those stacked was he with? I mean, it would have to be 70% Henry. You know, if stacked 70% Henry. If not,
I could get that for you, but I could get it in the Dawg Bowl quicker than the BR. The BR just take fucking forever.
Yeah, no, the Dawg Bowl is more what I'm interested in. I mean, you don't have to do it right now. I'm
just checking what my Drake May teams were in the main BR last week.
Gotcha.
I had a lot of naked May.
That's the 1 week you probably didn't want to.
I got sniped a couple times on Hunter fucking Henry when I had Drake May.
That sucks. In my eliminator teams, I had 50% Henry, so that was fun.
That's nice. I guess I should check my eliminators after this week and see. It's not looking good for me. I faded too much elite running back.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best way to build those eliminator teams were like 3-4-8-3 or something like that. Like 3 running backs early, a high value handcuff like Jordan Mason, and then just like volume at receiver. That's how you stumble on guys like Trey Tucker, Wandale, like guys that just have apparently spike week potential that can help win or advance you a week.
Without checking if I have players left, I have 7 eliminators left, and I started with 75. But I know I have at least one Joe Burrow and Lamar team. All right.
Kincaid or Henry to me, and then maybe Worthy if you think he's going to play.
Let's do Kincaid.
Kincaid will not project well because they're not going to put him on the field for more than 50% of the snaps. But I think he has.
Henry then.
Yeah.
If you don't think he's projectable, I don't want him.
He's not going to. Well, that goes back to: do we want to win money or do we want to win the projected fantasy land?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Then we should have taken Cole Kmet then. With Caleb. Honestly, that's probably honestly, if I had seen him, I might have thrown that out there just because if you don't think Loveland is going to play, Caleb double, pretty nasty.
Yeah. A limit about buying the touches early, in my opinion. See, like, I just don't. I still think maybe after all my teams are gone, I'll change my mind on this. I still think that my teams are better suited for like the later weeks, like where you go from $1,000 to $10,000 versus $0 to $0. I don't care about those weeks. Like, sure, Ramondre is great for the first 2 weeks to advance. Who fucking cares? Like, he's useless now because he fumbles 6 times a game.
But he had that week where he had 18 points that advanced you from week 2 to 3, and that's what matters.
Sure. No, that's not what matters because you get $0 for that.
You have to have a team in it to win it.
Maybe.
No, definitely. You can't win money if your team's eliminated.
I think either Worthy or Montgomery, probably.
I would lean. I think of everyone who has the highest chance to rise, it will be Worthy.
Yeah, if he's in, for sure. So.
And like at this point, last round, like how much are we losing value wise? Like with 8 more picks before having to Q-test. It's not like we're taking him in the 3rd round or anything.
But you should care about the first weeks, in my opinion. Like 88% of the field is dead now. Yeah, I will capitulate. You probably should care more than I cared, but still, I think people are over caring.
Yeah, I mean, you need the hard part. I think it's funny because with the eliminator, intuitively you would think, oh, it's better to draft. Oh, they just put out another one?
There's a second one if we want to do that.
They put out another one an hour before the game starts? That's crazy.
It's a small one. Only 2,000 people.
It's up to you if you want to do another one or not. You don't have to worry about the unique combos in that one.
Yeah. Let's do a showdown lineup first.
Oh yeah, let's do a showdown. We must do a showdown.
All right. Oh my god, fucking flashbang. Sorry about that. Holy shit, that is bright.
Is
Where's
this
the?
is on FanDuel?
Yeah, we could do DraftKings too if you want.
No, I don't care. I just I
God, that flashbang. Sorry, that really threw me off.
yep.
All right. So I'm looking at ETR. They have for the so you know how this works, right? The captain MVP gets 1.5x salary and then gets 1.5x points too.
Yes, I am familiar with this format.
Okay. They have Lamar at 34% owned captain, by far the highest.
So we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think that's probably just a full fade. And then they have Goff and Flowers, and then like 14. Henry and Gibbs around 8, and then a bunch of shit 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. Doesn't matter after that.
What? So I don't do this. What
Me
like
either.
talk? Okay, so let's just talk through it live.
All right.
I would imagine. And is FanDuel full or half PPR?
Half.
Okay. I would imagine. See, the problem is like Henry is the most expensive player. So like, sure, he's not the captain the most, but at the same time, he's also by far the most expensive piece on the board.
Right.
What I think could be helpful is filling out the rest of the lineup, and then like because I want to see like what scrolls we like and what their price is, and then kind of building it backwards.
Okay, we could do that.
Let's just scroll down a bit. I want to see some of the guys we like and what they're priced at. Okay, so kickers and defenses are in this.
So this is I went out of MVP.
Okay.
This is just regular flex.
So, So I think Hopkins is the guy I would probably put in here. Not in. You don't think so? Guy that scores touchdowns.
I could be talked into it.
Let me look up his snap share.
ETR is projecting him for 2% flex ownership.
Oh, okay. So that's not that we're trying to build only a unique team, but also one that scores points. But let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize Hopkins only on the field 18% of the time.
Yeah, but they run the touchdown play when he's on the field.
They do.
I think Justice Hill is going to be in a lot of high projecting lineups.
Okay.
Probably Kolar too. Kolar, however you say his name.
Kolar. You think so?
Those are probably going to be the most owned, I would guess.
Most owned? Well, I didn't realize Kolar played on 60% of the snaps last week.
Yeah. So I just ran like an ETR optimal, and it has Lamar Captain, Amon-Ra, Goff, Zay Flowers, Bateman, and Justice Hill.
Oh, that's a fun team.
And then the next one is a 1v1 of Justice Hill and Kolar.
In that case, I would probably go. Well, I think Kolar is going to be a bit more unique, like less frequently owned. So I would probably go him over Justice Hill for breaking the tie. People like Justice Hill.
Yeah, let me get the ownership numbers so we can.
Okay. Yeah, but other guys that I think are worth including here: Rashad Bateman, a guy that can just score touchdowns. You know who's another guy that's probably not highly owned? I don't know what he projects for. Is Tylan Wallace. He's playing 50% of the snaps. He's a deep threat touchdown guy. Had a couple big plays already this year and towards the end of last season. He's a guy I could see that scores some points, but like there's also the dynamic of like, do we want either defenses or kickers in here? Like that's a weird thing to think about that I never want to before.
Yeah, kickers and defenses are way more common in the optimal than you think.
I believe that.
Let's start with Kolar. He's only 7% projected ownership.
Okay, we'll do Kolar. So I guess how do you want to play the game? Like, do you want to play it as if it's like a disappointment and shitty, or do you want to play it as if like it's a nuke game and everyone matters?
If we're gonna play it as a nuke, I think the best way to do it is like a 5-1.
Five of one team. Yeah.
Just because those are never played.
Okay. What do you think is more likely based on ETR's
You're the ball knower?
Well, based on ETR's projections, it sounds like they think it's going to be kind of a middling game, and if that's the case, then
yeah,
it's at Baltimore, prime time. Like, I would consider Baltimore's defense here.
All right, throw him in there.
We'll get nasty.
I think I like Derrick Henry captain. He's way,
I think I do too.
Way less owned than people.
I agree, and like but with the Ravens and Kolar, like that's like two of those guys equals one normal player. So we have some salary to spend.
Yeah.
I think you almost have to need a quarterback in this, right?
Probably, yeah.
I would go. I mean, if we're taking the Ravens defense, it can't possibly be Goff.
It possibly could. Pick 6. Pick
Picks,
six.
yeah, but then we
Here's the game script, right? Goff throws an early pick six. The Ravens get there. They're already optimal no matter what happens because they have a pick six. And then the Ravens are ahead, so Derrick Henry is just pounding the rock. And then the Lions are playing catch up.
So in that case, you would just do like Goff, Amon-Ra, and then Tesla.
Sure, if we can afford it. Oh, we can definitely afford it.
Oh, we can splurge and we can get anyone.
Probably good to leave salary on the table too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think we have 10 too. We can't possibly spend it all.
Yeah.
Scroll up a bit. Is there anyone else?
No.
Oh, okay. We already have Goff here. I think, man, this is a tough lineup to even sell me on. Like, we're gonna take Goff
higher than Kalar. We can do someone higher than Kalar.
Yeah.
If you want to do like Justice Hill, no. But who's gonna play Henry and Justice Hill together though?
Well, maybe that's the right reason. Maybe that.
maybe.
But I again, like if Baltimore kicks the shit out of them, I can see them just kind of garbage timing it with Justice Hill to keep Henry fresh. But then at that point, Henry's not the optimal captain because he's not playing all the time.
Yeah, the Ravens defense are only 7% owned.
I like that angle.
Yeah, but what if we just played it as like all Ravens?
All Ravens? Lamar with Zay, Kalar.
Like, what about something like this?
And then what's the other two pieces? Henry, Ravens, Bateman, and Jackson. Henry being captain for those just listening.
If you're listening to this, good luck. Fucking
yeah.
Turn on the video because you have no idea what's happening.
Correct. Neither do I, and I'm watching it.
Maybe like JMO? Who do you want as the bring back for Detroit?
In this, I would say probably JMO or Tesla, like depending on what that second piece is going to be. I think both of them have big play upside, and the way this game, how we're building the lineup suggests, means that Detroit is trailing.
What about this? Derrick Henry captain, Ravens defense, Bateman, Lamar, Tyler Loop, the kicker, and Jameson Williams.
Loop, the kicker at 6,400 is crazy.
Yeah, he's going to be like 40% owned because he's just the kickers are just always optimal. It's just
kicker and
automatic points.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
All right, fuck it.
What if we win?
Then people are going to be very upset with that lineup.
Good.
Let's do one more of the new PTPs and see
All
what happens.
Sounds good.
We'll call it.
And while we're waiting, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button, subscribe if you're new. We are here year round, even though Gumby does not enjoy non-football season. We appreciate all your support. Thank you very much for being here.
I do enjoy football season. I just enjoy it more when the Giants are good.
Oh no, I said even though like when we do the streams when it's not football season.
Oh yeah, that is me being held hostage.
That is, I believe you titled the stream that exactly when we did the big board.
I'm pretty sure I did. I think I said you locked me in the basement.
Goobers hold Gumby hostage to draft big boards.
Yep. And then if we want to get real frisky, we can do one DraftKings Showdown lineup too. That one's a little bit harder because the pricing is way tighter. So like you can't just jam in studs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That probably makes it more fun though.
Yeah, if you're good at it for sure.
Right.
If you're not, good luck. Have we gotten the third pick in every one of our PTPs?
The third or fourth. We had 1/4 where we didn't go Amon-Ra JSN.
Yeah. Maybe we can get a Lamar fall. What if?
We got a no badger, so a no badger being
the no badger is locked in on Lamar 101, unfortunately.
I don't know.
I think so.
See, what's nice about this contest is that like you would imagine the ADP is a bit more efficient. So having like those crazy falls in a contest that just came out 20 minutes ago and an hour before the game, you would hope that there'd be less unique combinations.
Gibbs falls if we want to do that.
I'm okay with it, but if you're lower on Gibbs, then I'm fine to just take either of the receivers you like.
Let's take Gibbs. A1 was taking Gibbs, so that scared me a little bit.
Okay. A1, a free thinker and notorious fan of the stream.
What's up, Seth? He is a free thinker.
What up, Seth?
Probably
Um,
Zay.
I think I go Zay.
Yeah.
Receivers fall off to me pretty quickly after that. Like the risk of pushing JMO to two guys that don't have a wide receiver, probably not best.
Yeah. I just like Kenneth Walker at 7 is crazy to me, especially because Charbonnet is likely not to play. I don't know. People saw the stat line and are afraid now.
The stat line with Walker.
Yeah.
Well, you can't even look at that though because they were up by 40 points 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and he had like 9 goal line carries. So
Right. Laporta's a drop to me.
yeah, I think it's pretty easily Laporta.
Yeah, I don't like having so much Laporta. I gotta tell you, it's not an. I'm not a Laporta guy, but I mean, I guess we have to adjust to the slates we play.
Yeah. And then
Are
I
we
think Bateman and Cup are kind of the same to me.
Do you want
I
like? Is
would
this?
be okay with Mark Andrews too?
Ooh, is this a? I don't. I mean, is this like?
Goff?
Isn't? Who's the next guy I have? I want to see if he has any Lions.
He is JMO.
Up to you.
Let's just take
Okay.
Goff.
Yeah, Gibbs, Laporta.
Just kind of hope one of these 3 guys get back to us. Otherwise, this team sucks.
Well, one of them have. Yeah, I mean, we've had some slates where double tight end is optimal. More often than people think. I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Andrews projects for like half a point less than Cup and Bateman probably. So
Yeah, but look at what Andrews has done. He's looked awful.
yeah, it's not great. Andrews goes there.
Thankfully, doesn't make us make the choice. Now, I mean, I'd be surprised if Bateman or Cup fall here because both these guys don't have a receiver.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But
We can
you
always,
never know.
like I said, we can do the Charbonnet Q tag.
Charbonnet Q-Tag is fine. Torrey Horton is fine. Tesla with Goff, Gibbs, and Laporta might be overkill, but could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, if the game is a 53-point total and gets there,
Right. Yeah,
not
exactly.
overkill.
I think this
Maybe
guy's just
goes.
auto drafting.
Yeah, that seems likely. I don't know why
He also hasn't.
playing.
I thought it makes you do it after 2 picks. It like does it automatically.
No, only in best ball.
So we started with Gibbs, Zay, Laporta, and Goff. Bateman and Cup both go. Again, don't know how I feel about that. Kind of mixed. Torrey Horton goes. This guy has to take a quarterback and tight end, so we kind of have the luxury of getting both players we want.
Let's
just
do
don't know
Charbonnet
who.
for sure.
Yeah, I just don't know who we want exactly. I don't know. I keep going back to the coach speed thing with Tesla, but if you think 4 Lions on a team is too much, then I'm fine to push it.
No, that's fine. We'll probably
Goff,
be in first
Gibbs.
after tonight.
One more time?
We'll be in first after tonight.
Yeah, unless Amon-Ra goes off.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a fun team, though. Goff, Gibbs, Charbonnet, Zay, Tesla, and Laporta. Good team.
Right. Let's finish with one more DraftKings Showdown lineup.
All right, let's do
So
it.
what do you want to do? Do you want to do this like a defense game, or do you want to do this like the opposite with the Lions rolling?
Let's see what the salary gives us and kind of work backwards.
All right, what do you want to start with?
Let's look at El Capitan. Wow, some of these guys are so expensive. Henry, you said projects like skill position wise. Henry projects the best, right?
Like the not on DraftKings.
Like-
I'm on Ra's higher because PPR.
Oh, full PPR, right? Okay.
So this has the highest captain is Lamar, only 17%, and then Zay 14, Amon-Ra 12, Derrick Henry 11, Gibbs 9, Goff 6, JMO 5, Laporta 5.
Let's go. I would go. Let's do Amon-Ra as the captain. Let's see how it looks.
All right, we're gonna have to get grossed.
I like that. Okay. Let's see. So we have Amon-Ra at captain. Is there anyone standing out to you that you like? I think Laporta at 5,400 is intriguing.
That is intriguing. Let me see who's gonna be chalk. Lamar and Goff are obviously the 2 highest owned. Lamar 70, Goff's 50.
Sure.
Those are okay there. We need at least one of them. Maybe
Yeah.
both. What do
Do
you
you
want to
think
do,
we can-
Goff or Lamar?
Should we try both?
We could. Probably not going to be able to afford it. We're gonna have to get gross.
Okay, I can do that. Laporta.
Both defenses are 11 and 10% owned.
Okay.
Laporta. We can do Laporta. That's a pretty easy one.
I think Tylan Wallace is fine.
I have to see what he's projected for before I even put him in my lineup. He's
got to be projected for at least 2. That's it.
And 3% ownership.
Sounds like leverage to me.
All right.
Smell that? Smells like victory.
Then we have 4,800 left.
Amon-Ra, Goff, and Laporta. Lamar, Wallace.
Like, to me, like, I'm looking at this team here, and, like, I just want to do, like, only Detroit. Like,
with Lamar naked?
Lamar never gets there naked.
Was that sarcastic?
Yes.
Like
Tesla.
Sure.
And
then do the Ravens kicker.
I would do the Detroit kicker.
You would? Well, you're assuming. Here's my thing. Like, you have Amon-Ra, Laporta, and Tesla. You're assuming they're scoring a lot of touchdowns.
I'm just assuming they score a lot of points.
Okay. Let's see. Scroll up a bit. I want to see. We have 64. What was it? 6,600 to spend. Yeah. Not that we want to spend it all. I just want to see who's available. If there's anyone there.
Montgomery is the highest one, and then backup quarterbacks, and then kickers.
Backup quarterbacks. That's crazy.
Well, just because if someone gets hurt, you don't want them to be like $200.
Yeah. Good point. You don't think Laporta, or not Laporta? Sorry, you don't think Montgomery could be good there? I guess with Goff and 3 pass catchers, probably not.
I mean, he could. Like, anyone who like gets close to this team is gonna highest projected.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I'm a sheep. I don't know. What's jumping out to you?
I think the kicker is the play.
Okay. Amon-Ra is captain. Goff with Laporta and Tesla. Lamar Jackson naked, and then Bates the kicker for Detroit as our final flex.
All right, that's the one. That's the winner. I like that one better than the other one, to be honest.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, now I have something to root for later tonight.
Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot of those.
Cool.
All right, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
I don't think so. Thank you all for tuning in, and for all the support. Make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe if you're new. We're here all season and all off season. So stick around, enjoy time with the Goobers, and good luck tonight for those that participate.
Peace out, everyone.